Close to call in Kentucky. Joining me now is former Hillary Clinton chief presidential campaign strategist and Stagwell Group president and managing partner, Mark Penn. Mark, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right. So what do you say when the right says Hillary Clinton can't even shake her socialist opponent on the left before she can even focus her targets on Donald Trump? Why is this race so close?
Well, the race isn't really that close because I think it's pretty clear that she's going to wrap up the Democratic nomination pretty soon, has the support of the party. And at this point, a little puzzling why Sanders hasn't pulled back his race as the Republican candidates did relative to Trump. So I think she's in good position there. I think obviously she's going to have to reach out to young voters and working class voters. But I think her putting together the Democratic Party is probably going to be a lot easier than Donald Trump putting together the Republican Party.
Well, we are a business network, so you know what has all of us all riled up this morning. Hillary Clinton this week saying she's going to tap her husband, former President Bill Clinton, to lead the charge in fixing the economy if and when she becomes president, she says. Is this a good strategy for her to say, you know what, he'll take care of that?
Well, I think she said she's going to put President Clinton to do what President Clinton is known for doing best. I mean, President Clinton had a strategy for fixing the economy, improving investments, fiscal responsibility, opening markets, and it worked. And so I think that's going to be a huge plus.
But is she saying that she's not capable of that job?
No, look, I think she's saying that, you know, if I'm elected, President Clinton is going to also be in the White House, and he's not going to just look at pictures and, you know, go to funerals. He's going to actually participate, and here's his portfolio.
Yeah, Mark,
I don't think he could get a better portfolio.
Yeah, Mark, keep him busy because, you know, idle hands. That's what people thought.
Sagan.
I mean that. I mean that. Put him to work. Keep him busy. Keep him on the road. Don't let him hang out at the White House.
Look, I think people see that he's as sharp as a tack, and I think that the country would benefit from his getting involved in the economy.
All right, Mark, I want to bring in Morgan Ortegas is here as well.
Yeah, Mark, I love this 2016 election has proved that truth is definitely stranger than fiction. So if you have Hillary Clinton trusting her husband, who is, you know, qualified to help her run her administration, who would actually want to be her VP? I mean, that's a pretty, like, house of cards marriage that the two of them have going on, powerful marriage that they have going on. So, and of course, she has so many senators that would have Republican governors that would lose their seat. So why would you want to be a VP for her if you've got Bill Clinton in there, and who could she actually pick?
Well, again, you know, I think the history isn't under President Clinton. Al Gore had a tremendous number of portfolios.
But we're not talking about President Clinton. We're talking about Hillary Clinton.
Look, I think with Hillary, the line is as long as the eye can see in terms of being vice president. People understand that she'd have a dynamic administration. She wants to get things done. I think it's an incredible place to be, I think, in the country as her vice president. I don't think there's any lack of candidates for that job.
All right, Mark, and Pete Hegseth is here.
Yeah, Mark, I mean, speaking of a dynamic administration, she may have to pardon herself when she comes into the White House, which would be the most dynamic of environments. But part of the reason Bernie Sanders may still be in the race is that he looks at that pending email scandal and a possible indictment and how serious that has become as it creeps closer to her. Are you really willing to say that that's not of concern right now to the Clinton camp, that that is not in the back of their mind? They don't realize that this could undermine this rigged system that they're using to the nomination?
I don't think there's a rigged system. I think she's winning the vast majority of votes coming out in the primary system. Obviously, it's a concern, and if Bernie Sanders wants to hang around until the convention and bring the party together, then I think that's his right. That's fair. And I think it's unlikely, I think, right now that any major FBI explosion is going to happen because it hasn't happened. And so maybe, and I think certainly it's fine for Bernie Sanders to hang out, but there's no evidence that that's happening.
Hang out.
Does Hillary Clinton need to ask Bernie Sanders to be her vice president, to be her running mate in order to end this? Again, with the violence erupting from the Sanders supporters over the weekend in Nevada.
I think the tradition is the party comes together. I don't think Bernie Sanders voters want to vote for Donald Trump. I think that they want to support Hillary Clinton. I think that those voters are saying, look, Hey, they enthusiastically support Bernie Sanders, but they didn't go over to the Republican Party. They didn't go over to Trump. I think they'll get behind Hillary, particularly if she runs the right kind of campaign after she secures the nomination.
Do you see that happening, Morgan?
This is just tangential evidence, but so many very left-leaning friends of mine, a few of them that I have that are Bernie Sanders supporters, have told me that they would vote for Trump over Hillary. So this is just anecdotal, I guess.
They always want to corner me, not your friends, but very liberal people I know, and want to corner me and tell me how awful Hillary Clinton's record is. These are people who are dyed-in-the-wool Democrats.
Absolutely.
Oh, indeed.
And I'm like, why are you telling me that?
Well, Mark, what evidence do you have that indeed they will unite? I mean, Bernie Sanders wasn't a Democrat before he decided to run as a Democrat. Why are you taking it as given that Hillary Clinton, who's not been a good politician, is prepared to unite that party?
Because, look, Donald Trump has a 65% unfavorable right across the board. He's not favored amongst those voters. He doesn't have broad support among young people. I think Hillary understands the job. She's going to have to go out there and run, I think, a strong, positive campaign with a vision for the future. I think as soon as this primary is completely over, as soon as she's able to pivot and do that, I think she'll contrast her vision and campaign with that of Trump, and that's how I think she's going to bring these voters together.
All right. Mark Penn, you sound very optimistic. Thank you for joining us this morning. Good to have you.